What is going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys jumping in here. This is Blockchain Crusader going live after dark. Trying out one of these live streams here for the first time. Never really done one of these. We'll see here how this plays out. But I appreciate everybody that is going to be jumping in here. As you guys can see, we have a huge ocean of red behind us in the crypto markets today overall. And let me say, I didn't think we were going to get down here so fast. I didn't think we were going to get down here, but it is what it is, right? Here we are. The fact that we're here, we got to make the best of it and see where we're headed next. And right now, from what I'm seeing, right, if we go take a look at Bitcoin real quick, right, this is Bitcoin's daily chart here, and right now Bitcoin made a new, previous day low right around this area here of 100,000 and some change. We're currently trying to fight back into this support zone that we've literally just smashed right through all day today, right? Just dropped right through like it was butter. So now I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit of a move. We have a daily MPOC to the upside. We have a daily untapped average up at 102. The daily MPOC is up at 104,000. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see a little bit of a move to the upside here. Ideally, I'm looking for a bit of a move to this daily average, maybe as high as this daily MPOC before taking a long, and before taking a short, I should say. I'm looking for these entry points here to potentially take a short, because I do believe that overall Bitcoin is heading lower here. You guys can see on this up down part right here, our next target below 100,000, right below this area of support here, our next big node of volume comes around 97 to 96,000 dollars for Bitcoin, and that's where I'm really looking for, right? And if we drop to those lows, all these altcoins you got here right behind you right now, they're gonna be melting, bro. All these altcoins are going to melt to the downside, whether you want to or not. We saw Bitcoin, Sack Nasty in the house. What's going on, man? We saw altcoins last time Bitcoin pulled back from an all-time high of around 109,000 down to 76,000. That pullback was about 36% for Bitcoin, and the altcoins dropped 80 to 90%. Now, am I saying that the altcoins are going to drop 80 to 90% again? No, I don't think we're going to drop another 80 to 90%, but I do believe they're going to have drastic pullbacks. And I know that it's going to catch a lot of people by surprise, because I know I could see it in my comments, I could see it in the chat, right? Everyone diving into altcoins in December, in May, when things were at literally all-time highs, right? When you look at this monthly here, everything is up 50, 60, 80%. Guys, I appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you guys are tapping those likes, sharing out the live stream if you haven't already. Share it out, tap those likes. We'll greatly appreciate it. It really helps out here with the algorithm. So that being said, right, Bitcoin is going to crush the altcoins if we lose that $100,000 support and we drop down to 96,000, right? 96,000 is just one stop on the way down. If 96,000 does not hold strong support, we could be seeing a retest of $90,000 to $88,000. Just imagine what that's gonna do for your altcoins. He is giving us a stream this late. Dedicated man, let's go. What's going on, Hot Bro? What's going on, man? I appreciate you guys. Appreciate all of you guys in here. We got almost 20 people in here. Make sure we get 20 likes. Tap those likes, guys. Lots of things are happening with crypto, so we have to stay up to date. Excuse the background noise. Those are my lovely neighbors that are having a good old time where they're at. So let's go take a look over here at the Bitcoin chart one more time. Like I said, Bitcoin right now is fighting to get back into the previous day range. We do have a untapped target of 102,000 and the untapped daily MPOC up at 104,000 for the previous day range. Would not be surprised if Bitcoin does have a little bit of a slow climb back to the upside, give a little bit of false sense of security that we're going to keep pushing to the upside before pulling back down. I will be looking for an entry to go short between 102 and 104, and that's where I'm going to be entering my short for the longer drop to the downside, because overall, even with a pushback up to 104, Bitcoin has created a massively bearish trend, right? Getting rejected and making lower highs, and right now it's not looking good for Bitcoin. And with Bitcoin falling below this support zone here, right? This was the major support zone. This was right here with the value area low of May. It was an untapped monthly average. We have a daily MPOC. We have a lot of targets here, and we pretty much just melted right through it. And now, right, obviously we created a previous day low. We're trying to push a little bit up, but I don't. This is going to be a fake rally, a dead cat bounce to the upside for a potential short entry somewhere between this area here before we pull down to this other support area, which is the next big volume node to the downside between 97 to $96,000. And if that area doesn't hold, like I said, we're going to be dropping down to 88,000 or lower. 88,000 is going to be one that's really going to hurt people's pockets. I know a lot of people are going to feel a lot of pain there. But realistically, we have a lot of targets there for confluence, for support between 90 to 88,000. We have a gold pocket. We have a quarterly average. We have a monthly. We have a monthly untapped average. We have the quarter one value area low as well, and we have right below that we have the April naked point of control down at 84,000 that we need to keep an eye on. But guys, drop your questions into the chat. Don't be shy here. Drop your questions. Let me know just overall how you guys feeling about the market right now. Are you guys right? This is why we talk about. I hope you guys aren't buying right now. Overall, I do believe we're going to be heading a lot lower. So if you are buying right now, right, obviously never financial advice, but if you are buying right now, this is going to be an area where you're going to have to know that you're going to have to strategically dollar cost average your position down, because Bitcoin dropping below 101,000 could definitely have a quick slip down to 96, and that is definitely going to hurt the altcoins. If you look at altcoins closely here on the day, Bitcoin only had about 5 to 6% pullback. A lot of altcoins are already down 10+%, right, on just this quick little slip. Ethereum, on the other hand, is holding up pretty well. Ethereum is holding up pretty well, and I think it will continue to hold up well because of the simple fact that the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart is showing a little bit of a reversal for Ethereum against Bitcoin. So I am a little excited for that nonetheless. Rich J in the house, what's going on, brother? Says, I bought a little flare for my long bag. What's FLR? Flare? Is that the XRP airdrop? Is that what that is? Why did you buy that altcoin specifically, Rich J? I want to know why. What attracted you to get into that one specific altcoin out of all the altcoins right now? Why Flare, Rich? Why Flare? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I want to understand why it is that you're trying to buy Flare, or you are buying Flare in this moment, in this time right now. Things that I am interested to buy, right? Things that I am interested in buying is definitely BitTensor Tau below $300. I'm definitely interested in buying Sui below $3. At 260 to lower would be fantastic, but anything below $3 for Sui I think is a good decent entry area to start dollar cost averaging for me personally. Let's see here, what else am I looking to buy? I'm looking to buy BitTensor Tau, like I said, looking to buy some Sui, looking to buy let me see, what are some other good altcoins? Definitely looking to buy some Pendle, looking to buy I don't know if I can think of anything else off the top of my head. I gotta look at a list of altcoins here. Definitely would be interested in buying virtuals a little bit lower as well. I would be interested in buying, let me see here, obviously Ondo. Been buying a ton of render already. Don't really need too much more of that. I actually need that thing to pump back up. Alts have not shown any strength at all this cycle. I'm waiting for a clear sign of strength/weakness on Bitcoin dominance. 100% agree. 100% agree. The Bitcoin dominance continues to climb. We're back over 64%, making another high, right? Making a higher low every single time and continuing to push to the upside. Geez, these neighbors are out of control. What in the world? But that being said, altcoins are definitely, this cycle is driven by institutional demand for Bitcoin. This is the Bitcoin cycle, right? Institutions have shown up with the ETFs. We have tons of institutional demand. We have all these public companies that are in here creating these Bitcoin treasuries, right? And all of that has really led into some massive rallies for Bitcoin, and not so much the altcoins. The retail, the altcoins have really taken a big shift over to meme coins, the very short term stuff, which ends up getting a lot of people wrecked in the long term. That Blockchain Crusader merch is fire, bro. Oh, dude, appreciate it. This is my one and only T-shirt of Blockchain Crusader. Maybe I'll make some more copies in the future, but for now, this is my one and only copy. This is my one and only. It's a one of one. Appreciate everybody jumping in here. Appreciate all of you guys tapping those likes and sharing out the live. But yeah, Bitcoin dominance needs to have a major pullback. I think we're definitely going to start seeing some more of that as we start. There's a lot of interesting things happening in the macro outside of crypto, right? We're having Trump talking about, the Cheeto man, talking about getting rid of all the deficit limit, getting rid of the ceiling, and just having an uncapped money printing machine. He also obviously is forcing Jerome Powell to really consider an interest rate cut, which is overdue at some point. It is going to happen, whether it's later this year or in the summer, probably closer to Q4 of 2025. I definitely think that these kind of things taking place is what's going to lead to the big altcoin season. A lot of people are expecting a massive recession, right? And I think that everyone expecting a massive recession, they're going to be highly surprised when Q4 entering into 2026 would probably lead into a major rally in the market, stock and crypto, and we're going to be seeing a way larger rally than people are expecting to see. And I think a lot of people are expecting to see a top very soon, and I think people are going to be surprised that the 4-year cycle isn't the same it used to be anymore. Alts will definitely have some strength this cycle, but we got to get retail out first. Dude, 100%. You're right on the money. Retail is weak money. It's paper hands, right? Retail literally FOMOs in. Retail was FOMOing in at the highs of April and May. And guess what? I'm sure a lot of them now are beginning to panic because they're starting to go underwater. And if Bitcoin drops below 100,000 and starts dropping to 96 to 94, 96,000 to 88,000, you can bet your money there's going to be a ton of people calling that the Bitcoin top is in and that altcoins are going to zero. There's no more altcoin season, and a bunch of people are going to be panic selling. This is exactly why I'm always talking about, I'm not interested in buying cryptocurrencies unless we're having major red days. I only buy on major red days. When I see a green month, when I see a green week, when I see a major green day, I'm not buying. People love chasing green and FOMO, and honestly, that's what gets them wrecked the most. And they also marry their bags. They get so attached to their bags, they buy into whatever narrative the project is saying that they're going to accomplish, and hopefully the projects do accomplish whatever they say they are, but they don't realize that it will take, some of these companies are creating such large narratives, such large missions, that it's going to take so many years for these startup companies to get anywhere near real high quality market products and adoption for those products, that in the meantime that crypto project is going to go up, it's going to go down, it's going to go up, it's going to go down. Some of them might never come back, and that's why you can't get married to them. They DCA their average up instead of down. Dude, 100%. People see this, right? I bet you money that during Q1 of 2025, the grand majority, as we were having that major dip, Bitcoin was dropping to 76,000, altcoins were down 80%. Nobody was buying. But when April started to come around and we started to rally back up, people were FOMOing in to that rally. People were FOMOing at that rally and buying up assets that were already up 50, 60, 80, even 100% up, right? Virtuals went up over 300%. People were FOMOing into ZBEC, right? ZBEC was up over 500% in less than 60 days, and people were FOMOing into ZBEC. It's like, guys, why would you buy something that just pumped 500%? Oh, because it's going to take over the global payment structure for payroll. In the next 5 years, this thing's going to be $1 trillion asset. Bruh. There's always going to be a pullback. There's always going to be a better time to get in. There's always going to be a red day. There's always going to be a dip. Wait for it. Be patient. Because if you're not, you're going to be buying tops and you're going to be selling bottoms. You're going to be panic selling because you're going to see your position. You put $1,000 in. ZBEG pulled back like 42% already. So if you put $1,000 in at the top, which I'm sure a lot of people did, I'm sure people put a lot more than $1,000, they are down 400. They're down $400 plus in a matter of days. In a matter of days, less than a week, they're already down $400. People start seeing that, they're like, "Oh man, I'm gonna cut my loss. I'm gonna cut my loss," and they jump out, right? And then I'll push back up, and then they'll FOMO back into the top. Crypto Twitter is dangerous these days. I'll sometimes get close to FOMOing. Dude, I stay off crypto Twitter. I literally spend the least amount of time. Crypto Twitter is a huge echo chamber. It's all a bunch of fugazi. I don't really watch a lot of crypto content from a lot of people anymore, other creators, all that stuff, because everyone's headlines are $10,000 this, $1,000 this. Is this crypto going to make you a millionaire, right? And it's all BS. It's all fugazi. Nobody actually knows jack squat about anything, and they're just making these outlandish price predictions that are completely they're not based on any evidence. They're not based on any data, and it's like, come on, bro. Carl the Moon is the worst. Oh yeah, Carl the Moon is famous for that. He became as big as he is because of that, right? It's just, that's his thing, and people continue to watch. People continue to buy into that stuff. They continue clicking on those thumbnails, and it's like, you guys clearly don't learn, and you guys are just going to continue getting wrecked time and time again. I just try to post out information, as much information. I'm trying to actually provide data, right? That's what the Crypto Citadel is about. The Crypto Citadel, Rich J, you're in there. The Crypto Citadel is about data, analyzing data, seeing where the market's going, seeing where Bitcoin's going, seeing where all these altcoins are going, looking for macro targets to the downside to potentially dollar cost average, looking for targets to the upside to potentially take profits, and just analyzing data, analyzing market structures day in, day out. And I know a lot of people are in here like, "Oh, I don't understand any of that. That won't help me." I do all the analyzing. I literally put out all the information as easily digestible as possible. I provide exclusive live streams in there, so you can ask all the questions you want. You can reach out to me inside the Discord at any point in time if you have any questions, so that you guys can actually be able to understand where the market is going, where the market is doing. Am I surprised that Bitcoin is down at 101, potentially going down to 96? No, I've been talking about this for weeks, publicly and in the Crypto Citadel. Like, hey, we're making a rally. We might be making a new all-time high. We might push to 114, 120. But guess what? I'm still looking at this 96 to $80,000 area. We need to have a retracement. We need to be finding some support. Don't be surprised if we get a pullback along the way. It's not going to go up only. And here we are now. Am I panicking? No. Are the people in the Crypto Citadel panicking? They better not be, because I've been preparing them for this. Rich J says 10,000 XRP. Yeah, $10,000 XRP. We saw that narrative. We saw the $50,000 buyback narrative for XRP. We've seen all types of narratives, and guess what? XRP is just sitting there. And XRP is actually in a very particular situation where it's right at that major support zone around $2.10 to $1.95. If Bitcoin does have that major pullback and loses 100,000 and starts dropping to 96, you will see a below $2 XRP, potentially down to 140 is our next major target to the downside if we lose the $2 area of support. $1.46, a lot of XRP people are going to be freaking out because they think XRP is going to go up only to the moon, and it's not. It's going to have a pullback, a very decent pullback, because there's not a lot of support below $1.95 for XRP. Appreciate everybody jumping in here. Appreciate everybody smashing those likes. Can XRP get a pullback to zero? Maybe someday. Maybe someday. Now, realistically, I think below off top wise, I think XRP rallies somewhere between $3 to $5. I do believe also that XRP, or I should say Ripple, the company, is going to make a push away, make a pivot away from the taking over the Swift system and really start just diving into stable coins and being the bridge for a lot of stable coins, because I honestly don't see XRP ever taking over the Swift system. The Swift system will create its own blockchain, its own infrastructure before they ever give up that type of power to another company. Kevin, what's going on, Kevin? Good to see you here, bro. Another Crypto Citadel member in the house. What's up, Kevin? XRP is the most decentralized crypto. It's the opposite of a crypto. It should be a stock. It's the most decentralized crypto, but you think it should be a stock? Why do you think it should be a stock? I mean, it's so decentralized, right? But it's completely dependent on Ripple. If Ripple doesn't make a move, XRP doesn't move. If Ripple isn't out there consistently, I meant centralized. Sorry. Oh yeah, 100%. XRP, right? The technology is decentralized, but guys, XRP can't achieve or do anything without Ripple consistently working behind the scenes to force other corporations and buy their way into these partnerships to get used and get some headlines going. Without Ripple, XRP literally goes to zero. XRP goes to zero without Ripple. I've said it before and I've said it multiple times. And I honestly do believe that Ripple's main goal with XRP was always to use it as a way to fundraise money, right? Dump XRP on the market, sell it on everybody, wait for price appreciation, make as much money as possible to then go buy more corporations, more companies, and be able to increase their value by ascertaining all these other companies that are actually producing things and actually making things, and then use that so they can IPO. They can do the Ripple IPO, and then all the XRP maxes are going to get all wild, and they're going to get massively dumped on. And eventually Ripple will just kind of distance themselves away from XRP. XRP is just going to be a second thought. What even happened to that Ripple stablecoin that was so much to talk in December? I haven't heard anything about it. I mean, it's still out there. The XRPL is still out there. The XRPL is still out there. It's doing some DeFi stuff. They're getting like XRP is getting meme coins. They're doing DeFi pools. They're doing all the stuff that every other crypto has already done for many years already. And now for some reason it's like this amazing new thing. Did you see Circle Stock today? I didn't see it, but I do know that it IPO'd today. I think they had a pretty good IPO. I think it IPO'd around what, like $30, and it went up to about $50 maybe. If not, Rich dropped me the update on the Circle IPO because I didn't follow it, so I don't know where it ended up. Tesla stock today, dude. Tesla stock today took a massive dump. I mean, the drama with Elon and the Cheeto Man is a next level, bro. Next level drama. Rich J says 70 plus. Woo wee! Let's go, baby. That's a nice pump if you got into that IPO. Real nice pump. Real nice. That's a wild. Did you get in, Rich J? Did you get into that pump with the Circle IPO? Guys, let me know where Bitcoin's price is at right now. Has Bitcoin's price gotten above 109? 1019, sorry, 1019. Have we re-entered this previous day range yet? Where are we at with the Bitcoin price right now? Where are we at with the Bitcoin price? Nah, didn't get in. Yeah, me either. Me either. I don't really mess around with stocks anymore. I used to do that before getting into crypto back in 2016. But to be honest, there's so many more things that are interesting that are happening in crypto than in all these stocks, right? The only big stocks that you hear about is like Nvidia. One thing I would be interested in trading if I got back into stocks would be like commodities. Commodities would be something, right? Oil, wheat, and stuff like that. Those are things that I'd definitely be interested in trading in the future if I got back into the stock market. But man, the stock market just has so many rules and all this stuff. To have a brokerage account, you have to have X amount of money if you want to be a day trader consistently in the account. Like, you can't do all these rules and regulations, and it just like, dude, just let me trade. Just let me be a trader, bro. Who cares if I'm trading with $1,000? Who cares if I don't have $25,000 in my account? Like, let me just be a trader, bro. Buy flare for Buy flares to trade for APIs. Wait, what? What the heck are you talking about, Rich J? Richie J. Appreciate everybody in here smashing those likes. Let's get it. I don't know what APSIS is. How did you come to trading like this with volume levels and averages and such compared to like SMS, SMCs and other stuff? Yeah, man. Look, so if you're watching me here for the first time, I used to be part of another channel called Debate Crypto, which eventually rebranded to Crypto Wars, which is now rebranded to like Trading Wars. It was ran by me and somebody else called Crypto Keeper, and I created a show called Trading Wars, where basically we brought all these people on to compete, right? But before we did that, for over a year and a half, we had a show called TA Thursdays. TA Thursdays, or Around the Charts, I think we called it. Around the Charts, right? On Thursdays, and we would accumulate all these big analysts, and we would see what the market was saying, right? And see what each person was saying about the market, all against each other. A lot of people used a lot of different styles, and I never really agreed or liked any of those styles, never really believed in them, right? Yes, with CVO, that's right. And CVO, right? CVO and Magic Internet Money used this type of trading, right? With volume, with previous day, weekly open, averages, stuff like that. And this type of technical analysis really caught my attention, where it was like, man, this is the first time that I saw technical analysis that didn't just scream Fugazi, that were just like legit levels and data, and they would hit so accurately. So I started learning from CVO and from Magic as much as I could, and boom, a few years later, here I am. Kevin says, those were the days. Dude, those were the days. Those were fantastic days. Trading with CVO, everybody being on the show. Such a good time back then. A lot of people used to collaborate and work together. Now, nobody collaborates, nobody works together, and it's just a huge mess. Kevin's an OG, man. Kevin's been around for quite some time. Kevin is definitely an OG. But yeah, now on my own channel, I'm doing my own thing. Been doing my own thing for over a year now. And recently, I was really big on TikTok. I was over like 70,000 followers on TikTok. Recently, some scammer started blackmailing me and saying, hey, if I don't pay them $5,000, they're going to mass report all my videos and ban my account. And I was like, bro, I'm not paying you nothing. But the man wasn't bluffing, and he mass reported my account, my videos, and got my account banned. So now here I am, jumping back onto YouTube and to other platforms to start growing again, because TikTok is long gone. Appreciate everybody jumping in here. Make sure you guys are smashing those likes. This is the first time you jump in here. I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains every single day. And right now we're just looking at the Bitcoin level, right? Make sure that I am looking for Bitcoin to jump somewhere between $102,000 to $104,000 sometime through Friday. I am going to be looking for these areas, if we do get this high, for a good entry for a short, right? Because I do believe that Bitcoin is heading lower to this $96,000 level. How did he get into your account? So he didn't get into my account. He just has access to mass bots, and he's able to use all those bots to go into my videos and report my individual videos for whatever violation they want to, right? And then they mass report it, and then TikTok sees it, takes one video down, takes another video down, and then eventually you gather up strikes, and after four or five strikes, your account gets banned. So he never got access to my account. He has access to bots that he can use to mass report my videos, which would then lead TikTok to taking them down, which would then lead TikTok to giving me a strike and banning me. But that all happened within like less than 24 hours. Like, he started messaging me, I said no, and the next 6 to 12 hours, videos start getting taken down, strike, boom, banned. Less than 24 hours, and it was gone. It was gone. Yeah, you can't do anything about it. TikTok has the worst support system. There's no way to reach out to them. Even though they have a headquarters here in the United States, out in California, there's no phone number. You can't reach out to their headquarters. There's no support of any kind. There's no way to appeal. There's no way to submit a ticket. There's no way to do anything. There's no way to contact them. They just, you're banned, and you're gone. That's it. It's over. And it's the dumbest thing. And there it goes. I was generating almost 2 million views a month on TikTok, right? That was generating me like over $1,000 of income just from views. And I know they were making a ton of money on top of that. And you know, all this stuff. And it's like my account wasn't huge, but I was generating views, bro. Over 2 million views a month easily, right? And just like that, account is gone because some scammer just mass reported me. So it is what it is. I appreciate every single one of you guys in here. Appreciate all of you guys smashing those likes. I'm gonna start doing more of these late night streams here on YouTube. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We'll continue to update everybody in the Crypto Citadel, see what's happening over there. Make sure you guys are joining. You can get 50% off your first month in the Citadel with the code Citadel. So go check it out. Rich J, I know you're in there, and Kevin's in there as well. So I'll see you guys tomorrow in the Crypto Citadel and let you guys know what's happening in the market. Until next time, see you guys.